Hello everyone, this is an emergency TBR because I'm stupid and literally forgot that the magical readathon is happening this month. So guess what? I get the lovely challenge of trying to incorporate everything I picked out in TBR Tinder into my August Equinox ORILIUM TBR, and if I remember correctly, I'm probably gonna have like 10 prompts to fill for the career that I chose, so Lord help me. Girl, this is gonna be a time. If you're new here, hi, I'm Kara. Normally this is not how I do my TBR, but I'm dumb and literally forgot to include this in the last video. So if you haven't seen my August TBR Tinder yet, it's a great one. I'll leave you the link down below. Go check that out. But I'm gonna be trying to establish an ORILIUM TBR for this month. You know, I'm not making it easy on myself. Not only is the Autumn Equinox the more difficult readathon to complete, but on top of that, I have all the other books that I chose on TBR Tinder, so can we just get into it? This is a video of me and you figuring this out together, okay? If I remember correctly, I chose the Archmage for my career. Earlier today, I was looking back at my April TBR for when we did the spring equinox, and honestly not sure if I completed everything in that month, but up until now, I have definitely completed all the prompts. So might be graduating that semester a little bit late, but girl, we did it. You know what? Are there rules? Sure, but like, it's just reading, right? Like, no one cares. I still want to participate in this readathon, and that's what I'm gonna do, so don't judge me. Before we get into the video, if you haven't subscribed yet and you have been watching some of my videos, I would absolutely love it if you would hit the subscribe button, and so you won't miss an emergency video like this from me ever again. Thank you for being here. Let's get into the TBR. Let's see how we're gonna make this work, okay? So, I'm just gonna go through some of the prompts that I have to do. So, I think overall I have to read 8 books this month to fulfill the requirements for an Archmage. So if you don't know how the readathon works, I would highly encourage you to go watch G's video. She explains everything very well, and it is kind of complicated, but in like the best way ever. I'm gonna leave the announcement video down below. If you don't know what this is or aren't participating and are interested in it, definitely go check that out. My course load for this month, I have to get a D in alchemy. So to do that, I have to read 3 books to achieve that requirement. So the first prompt for the alchemy requirement is basics of poisons. And this prompt is book on someone's worst list that you think you might like. And I'm kind of cheating on this because I'm 100% sure that I'm going to like this book, and I just want to reread this book. And that book is Normal People by Sally Rooney. I love this book with my whole heart and soul. I recently rewatched the show and just like cried my eyes out, and it was literally the most amazing experience ever. And I just want to reread the book so bad. And surprisingly enough, I actually don't have a copy of it. So I just bought one on Amazon today, so. I know for a fact, I bet if I looked up on half of BookTube, this would be on their worst books of 2021 or whatever, whenever people read it. But I'm 100% sure that I like this book and I really have been wanting to rereading it. And I also know that Hannah from Hannah's Recent Reads does not like this book. She secretly might be giving it another try, but I know for a fact she does not like this book. Yeah, I am 100% gonna read it this month. I'm so excited. It's not a very long book, but it just tears at my soul and pulls at my heartstrings. So I'm so excited to read this. If you don't know what it's about, it's kind of a romance, but not like in the classic romance way. It's just a book about 2 people. They grow up going to high school together, and then they go to college together, and it's just a very complicated relationship that they have with each other. They initially were kind of like secretly dating in high school, and then you kind of watch their progression of their relationship as they move throughout college, and they kind of mature and come into their own and stuff like that. And it is the most beautiful, just heart-wrenching thing. It is incredible. If you haven't seen the show yet, please give the show a try. It is so good. It is so good. And I just love this book with my whole heart and soul. So that is what I'm going to be reading for the first prompt. Let's move on. The second level in alchemy, or the Q for qualified, I have to read an orange book, and thank God TBR Tinder came through on this one. I will be reading A Court of Silver Flames by Sarah J. Maas for this one. Technically, yes, is this gray, but in the paperback it's orange, and also the actual book is orange itself too. This is a chunkster of a book, and if I couldn't get it onto this actual TBR, I don't even know if I would be able to actually read it this month. So happy about this. I know this follows Nest Nesta, who is the sister of Feyre, who's the main character of A Court of Thorns and Roses. To be honest, didn't 100% love this series, but I'm really, really interested in this one. I heard there's a lot of themes of like trauma and like there's some spicy scenes and I'm really interested. Also, it's like 800 pages, so heaven help me. I'm gonna do it. I've been really in my Sarah J Maas era, totally entered that with reading the Throne of Glass series. If you haven't seen those videos, I'll leave those linked down below as well. Really, really looking forward to this. I think I'm gonna do a full reading vlog dedicated to this, so super excited about this. And for the last prompt in the alchemy, to be able to get the distinguished, the letter D, it is poison or willowweed, which is a one-word title. Unfortunately, none of my TBR Tinder had a one-word title, so I am going to just use a book that I have been interested in for a while, and that is Guild by Raven Kennedy. This is the first book in the Belated Prisoner series. I have no idea what it's about, but if you watch my TBR Tinder, you would know that it is all fantasy romance that I'm reading this month, and I'm like, why not just throw another one in there? So basically, Guild is about a young woman who gets like captured by King Midas. I think it's like a King Midas retelling where like everything he touches turns to gold, and like I think she gets like, I think it's Stockholm Syndrome when you like end up falling in love with your captor. I think that's how the romance goes, but like all of my friends really love this book, and I'm intrigued and I'm really interested, and I just want to know what it's about. That's the tentative plan, is to read Guild, but like I also know it's like a bit of a longer book, so I'm not like 100% sold on that. That is going to be slotted for that TBR right now, and we'll see what I think of it. Yeah, I'm just really interested in this book. I hope I like it, and honestly, all of the covers are so beautiful, so I want to know what the hype's about. So the next prompt that I have to fulfill for my calling as an Archmage is inscription, and I have to get 2 prompts filled on this. So the first prompt to get the O is a childhood favorite, and this one honestly is very, very difficult for me. I am not sure what I want to do with this. Here's what I was tossing around in my mind. I personally don't own a lot of my childhood favorites. I don't even know like what one of my childhood favorites would be off the top of my head. So I'm stretching this one a little bit. And so the book that I chose for this, although it's not technically one that I read in my childhood, it's a lot of people's childhood favorites, and that is the first book in the Percy Jackson and the Olympian series, which is The Lightning Thief. I know basically this is kind of like a middle grade retelling of like the Greek myths. I've never read or watched the movies before, but I'm so excited for the TV show that's coming out. I think it's TV show or is it a movie? I really can't remember. And I'm so pumped for it, and I have the entire series on Kindle Unlimited. Although this is not something that I read in my childhood, I think I would have really enjoyed it in my childhood, and I'm really, really excited to read them, to like experience the joy that this book and this series has given a lot of people. So am I stretching it? Yes, but like in a good way, you know, and it's something that I really want to read, so I am just going to go with it. Okay, and it's probably not that long, and that's what I need if I'm gonna read like 24 books this month, which is literally not gonna happen because I can't read more than 4 books in 1 month, but like I'm gonna try, okay? So that's the first prompt that I'm gonna fulfill for that. The next one to be able to get the Q is inking techniques, and the prompt is read a graphic novel, comic, or manga. This was another very difficult prompt for me to fill because I don't read a lot of graphic novels other than Heartstopper, and I've already read all 4 volumes of that, which was amazing and I absolutely loved it. But first of all, I want to say if you have a recommendation for a really good graphic novel that you think I would enjoy, please put it in the comments. If people don't give me recommendations, this is the book that I was going to go for. Saga Volume 1. This is on Kindle Unlimited, which is great. I have zero idea about what this series is about. I don't know if it's anime. I literally know nothing about it, but I know it's a graphic novel and it is free and available to me. So that's what I'm gonna do. Unless someone gives me a different recommendation of something they think I would enjoy, I'm probably just gonna go with that. Wish I could tell you what it's about, but I literally have no clue. I know a lot of people on BookTube love it, so I'm just gonna go with that. So yeah, those are the 2 prompts that I have to fill for inscription. The next course that I have to complete is artificiary, and for this I have to get an O. The class that I have to take is Arcane Engineering Level 1. I love that, that's kind of fun. And the prompt to fulfill this grade is book featuring artificial intelligence, and boy, does this one come in handy. I am going to be reading Upgrade by Blake Crouch. This is the brand new release by Blake Crouch. I have read Recursion before and absolutely loved it. I haven't read Dark Matter, but I'm really interested interested in it. Like, I feel like a lot of people who have read Recursion and liked it have also really liked Dark Matter. So I think this book is about DNA manipulation. Like, this guy gets his genome manipulated or something, and it causes him to be able to like be better human. Now, I don't know if this is technically like artificial intelligence, but it's like sci-fi. I'm just gonna stretch it and call it good because I don't think I actually have other books on my actual physical TBR that are AI, and I really, 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 really want to read this book. I think like genome DNA sci-fi stuff is like really, really interesting. I'm really looking forward to this. I think I'm gonna love it. Very, very good 4 to 5 star feels for this. So cannot wait to get to this one. And the last class that I have to fulfill to complete the autumn equinox is spells and incantations. And I have to get the grade level Q on this. So I have to read 2 prompts. So the prompt for O for ordinary is use a color wheel to pick a color. And then I have to pick a book that matches that color. So I am going to do that right now. Okay, so here is my random color picker. I could probably just record this to make this way easier. I don't know how to screen record on my computer, so this is what we're doing. We're spinning. Let's see. Big money. We almost got blue, which is what I needed, but we got green, but I can make this work. Wait, actually, this might actually work out better. So we got green. I will show you proof. There we go. It literally says green right there, okay? And that means, it's green and it works, and I'm gonna read it this month regardless of everything. I'm pumped about this. This is perfect because this didn't go on my TBR Tinder, and I'm 100% reading it this month because I have to know what happens next in the series. We're doing it. It's the Sarah J Maas month again. It's the Sarah J Maas year for me, okay? Heir of Fire, Sarah J Maas, the 3rd book in Throne of Glass series. This series is heating up. We are exploring new worlds. I'm so excited. It's gonna be great. The love triangle continues, and I am so pumped about this. If you are interested in anything Throne of Glass, I have done reading vlogs for every book that I've read so far. I will leave those down below. Crown of Midnight is still in the works, but it's on my computer. I'm gonna edit it soon, okay? I'm gonna be reading this. I'm gonna be vlogging my experience. I love this series with my whole heart. It's amazing. I can't wait to keep reading, and there's just so much left, and I'm so excited. We'll definitely be reading Heir of Fire this month. Cannot wait to get to this. And the last prompt I have to fulfill is to get the Q for spells and incantations, and that is incantation : echo, which is find someone else's TBR and pick a book from that TBR. I did a little bit of digging, okay? I'm not gonna say that I took the easy way out on this one because I had a prompt to fulfill, and girl, I did it. I found someone who had a book that was on my TBR Tinder to specifically fulfill for this. So on my TBR Tinder, I got A Dowry of Blood, which I'm super, super excited to read. It's a Dracula's Bride retelling, and basically I've heard it's like fantasy romance mixed with literary fiction, mixed with like retelling, and it's just all of the good things, and it's short, and it is beautiful writing, and I'm super, super excited about this. So to be able to fit this into the TBR, I went on to the ORILIUM Discord, and I like literally searched every single person's TBR in the Discord to be able to find someone who had A Dowry of Blood on there. Shout out to the username Osteophagus for putting this on their TBR. I think their TBR was like 20 books long, and I saw A Dowry of Blood, and I was like, ding, 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 ding. This works out, and I'm so, 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 so excited. So I am stealing from their TBR to put the Dowry of Blood on my TBR. It is one more prompt I can add from TBR Tinder to my magical readathon TBR, and girl, I'm pumped, okay? Although this looks unimpressive, there are 5 extra books that I'm going to be adding on here just to complete the ORILIUM TBR. And then on top of that, there's another 2 books from my TBR Tinder, The Bridge Kingdom and The School for Good and Evil, that I will be putting on this list as well. And then on top of that, I have 2 other books that I also want to read. Sorrow and Bliss by Meg Mason. It's just about a woman's life, and she's kind of having an existential crisis, and I feel like that resonates. And then the other one is Daisy Hates, which is the 2nd book in the Magnolia Parks series. I read the first one. Reading vlog will be coming out soon. Super excited for that. So putting all that together, I have a total of 10 books on my TBR. This feels like I'm studying at 3 a.m. for an exam that I have tomorrow, and it's all stress. Odds I finish this TBR are low, but a girl can dream, right? So that's the official Autumn Equinox TBR to become an Archmage. fingers crossed, send all the positive vibes my way, okay? I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day or night wherever you are. Please make sure to like this video if you enjoyed it, and leave a wand, if there's like a wand or something like that, the wand with the little sparkle things, if you've made it this far into the video, because magic. I hope you guys have a great night or day or whatever time of day it is whenever you're watching this video. It was a fun emergency. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!